Hey everyone, it's your boy Foggy, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about dogs, but not just any dogs. We're talking about what if our dogs, the ones we know and love, were actually mythical monsters. Like, imagine if your little buddy who snores in his sleep was actually a fire-breathing dragon in disguise. And we're talking about taking those little quirks and personality traits that make our dogs unique and blowing them up to epic mythical proportions. Like, what if your dog's obsession with chasing squirrels was actually a sign of their inner Cerberus? Join me as I dive into the wild imagination of what our beloved dogs would look like as actual monsters. We're talking fluffy Pomeranians transforming into mischievous pixies, sleek greyhounds becoming majestic centaurs, and maybe, just maybe, my crazy Uncle Steve's Chihuahua turning into the spawn of Satan himself. Just kidding, Uncle Steve. Buckle up, buttercups, it's going to be a wild ride. Alright, so let's start with one of the fluffiest culprits in the dog world. The Pomeranian. These little furballs are not just pets, they are tiny bundles of joy wrapped in a cloud of fluff. These little guys are like walking cotton balls, all poofy and adorable. Their fur is so thick and luscious, it's like they're wearing a permanent winter coat. But don't let their cuteness fool you. They've got some serious sass hidden behind those puppy dog eyes. They can be as feisty as they are fluffy, always ready to stand their ground. Like, have you ever met a Pom who wasn't the mayor of their local dog park? They have this uncanny ability to command attention and respect from dogs 10 times their size. They strut around like they own the place, and honestly, they kind of do. Their confidence is unmatched, and they carry themselves with an air of royalty. Now imagine that same energy, that same strut, but with tiny wings and a sprinkle of magic. Picture them flitting around like little fairies, spreading joy and a bit of chaos wherever they go. Boom! You've got yourself a pixie, and not just any pixie, but a Pomeranian pixie. These magical creatures would be the life of any enchanted forest. They'd be flitting around, causing mischief, maybe stealing socks or hiding car keys. Their playful nature would make them the ultimate tricksters. And just when you think you've caught them red-handed, they'd hit you with that adorable head tilt and those big innocent eyes. It's their secret weapon, and you know what? You'd fall for it every single time. Those eyes are like magic, making you forget all the trouble they've caused. Because how can you stay mad at a face like that, even if you know they're secretly plotting world domination? Their charm is simply irresistible. It's impossible, I'm telling you. They have this innate ability to melt your heart with just one look. These little fluffballs would rule the mythical realm with an iron paw, all while looking freaking adorable doing it. They'd be the cutest rulers ever. They'd probably have tiny, sparkly collars with little bells that jingle wherever they go. Each jingle would announce their royal presence. Can you imagine the chaos? It would be glorious. A world ruled by Pomeranian pixies would be a blend of magic, mischief, and endless fun. And don't even get me started on their barks. Those tiny barks pack a punch, echoing through the enchanted woods. They'd probably have these high-pitched, squeaky little voices that could either charm the pants off you or burst your eardrums, depending on their mood. Their vocal range is as impressive as their fluff. Okay, let's move on to a breed that's basically already a mythical creature in disguise, the greyhound. These dogs are not just fast, they are the epitome of speed and grace combined. These dogs are like furry rockets, all sleek muscles and lightning-fast reflexes. Their bodies are built for speed, with long legs and a streamlined form that cuts through the air like a knife. Seriously, have you ever seen a greyhound run? It's like watching poetry in motion. If poetry could hit speeds of 45 miles per hour. Their strides are so smooth and efficient, it's almost hypnotic. Now imagine that same speed, that same grace, but with the upper body of a warrior and a flowing mane. It's a sight to behold, a perfect blend of power and elegance. Boom! You've got yourself a centaur, and not just any centaur, but a greyhound centaur. This mythical creature would be the ultimate symbol of speed and strength. They'd be galloping across open fields, their hooves pounding the earth, their ears streaming behind them like banners of pure athleticism. The ground would tremble beneath their powerful strides. They'd be the ultimate hunters, tracking their prey with unmatched precision and speed. Their keen senses and incredible agility would make them unstoppable, but don't let their hunting instincts fool you. Greyhound centaurs would also be fiercely loyal protectors. They'd form unbreakable bonds with their loved ones, always ready to defend them. They'd be the first to defend their loved ones from harm, using their incredible speed and strength to outmaneuver and overpower any threat. Their loyalty would be as legendary as their speed, and let's be real, they'd look damn good doing it. With flowing manes and intense focus, they'd be the epitome of beauty and brawn. I'm talking flowing manes, rippling muscles, and eyes that gleam with intelligence and determination. Their presence alone would command respect and admiration. They'd be the superheroes of the mythical world, always ready to answer the call to adventure. Their heroic deeds would be sung in legends for generations. Can you imagine the races they would win? They'd leave every other creature in the dust, their hooves kicking up a storm of magic and power. Their speed would be unmatched, their victories unparalleled. And the best part? They wouldn't even be sweating. After all that, they'd still look as fresh and composed as ever, ready for the next challenge. All right, let's talk about a breed that's known for its tough exterior and even tougher attitude, the bulldog. These guys are like the bouncers of the dog world, all muscle and wrinkles with a stare that could melt glaciers. They might not be the fastest or the fluffiest, but they more than make up for it with their sheer determination and unwavering loyalty. Now imagine that same toughness, that same unwavering gaze, but with the head of a bull and a labyrinth to guard. Boom! You've got yourself a minotaur, and not just any minotaur, but a bulldog minotaur. They'd be the guardians of ancient temples, their heavy paws echoing through the stone corridors, their snorts echoing off the walls. They'd be the stuff of legends. Feared by many, respected by all, they wouldn't hesitate to defend their territory, using their impressive strength and unwavering courage to protect what's theirs. But beneath that tough exterior, they'd still have a soft spot for their loved ones. They'd be big softies at heart, happy to cuddle on the couch and snore the day away. But don't let their love of naps fool you. They'd be ready to spring into action at a moment's notice, always alert, always protecting. Just imagine trying to get past a bulldog minotaur to reach whatever treasure they're guarding. You'd have better luck teaching a cat to speak fluent Mandarin. All right, let's move on to a breed that's small in size but big in personality, the Chihuahua. These little dogs are like tiny bundles of energy, all sass and attitude, with a bark that's way bigger than their body. They might be small, but they're not afraid to stand their ground, especially when it comes to protecting their humans. Now, imagine that same feistiness, that same larger-than-life personality, but with tiny wings and a mischievous glint in their eyes. Boom! You've got yourself an imp. And not just any imp, but a Chihuahua imp. They'd be the pranksters of the mythical world, always up to no good, hiding keys, tripping unsuspecting travelers, and generally causing chaos wherever they go. They'd be the embodiment of big things come in small packages, proving that you don't need to be a giant to wreak havoc. They'd be the tiny terrors of the mythical realm, leaving a trail of glitter and chaos in their wake. Just imagine walking through a forest and hearing a high-pitched bark coming from the underbrush. You bend down to investigate, and suddenly a Chihuahua imp pops out, barking and snarling, ready to defend its territory. Okay, folks, buckle up because we're about to dive into the deep end with this one. We're talking about a creature so fascinating, so awe-inspiring that it blurs the lines between myth and reality. Let's talk about the Newfoundland, the gentle giant of the dog world. These dogs are known for their immense size and even bigger hearts. I'm talking massive paws, hearts of gold, and enough drool to fill a swimming pool. Their sheer size and gentle nature make them perfect companions for families. These dogs are like giant teddy bears, always down for a cuddle, a swim, or a good slobber session. They're incredibly loyal and protective, making them excellent guardians. Now imagine that same size, that same gentle nature, but with tentacles the size of telephone poles and a penchant for lurking in the ocean depths. It's a creature straight out of legend. Boom! You've got yourself a Kraken, and not just any Kraken, but a Newfoundland Kraken. This mythical beast combines the best traits of the Newfoundland dog with the awe-inspiring power of the ocean. The Newfoundland is known for its love of water, its calm demeanor, and its protective instincts. These traits make it the perfect candidate for our imaginary Kraken. Sound familiar? It's basically the Kraken's resume. Imagine a creature that combines the Newfoundland's gentle nature with the Kraken's legendary strength. Imagine a creature so massive, so powerful that it could crush ships with its tentacles, yet chooses instead to use those tentacles to rescue sailors from stormy seas. It's a guardian of the deep. That's our Newfoundland Kraken, a gentle giant with a heart of gold and a penchant for dramatic entrances. It would be the hero of countless sea tales. Instead of dragging ships to their doom, the Newfoundland Kraken would be using its massive size to help out, maybe even starting an underwater taxi service for mermaids and lost sea turtles. Imagine the possibilities. Can you imagine the stories those mermaids would tell? Tales of adventure and rescue, all thanks to our gentle giant. Oh my God, Brenda, you wouldn't believe it. I was swimming home from kelp karaoke and I got caught in this current. It was terrifying. I thought I was done for, but then, out of nowhere, this giant, fluffy kraken just scoops me up in its tentacle and gently deposits me on a sandbar. It was like something out of a fairy tale. So there you have it, folks. Our dogs reimagined as mythical creatures of legend. This exercise in creativity has been an absolute blast, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Our dogs might not be mythical creatures, or are they? But they bring a special kind of magic into our lives every single day. So what do you think? Which dog breed do you think would make the best mythical monster? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more fun content like this. Until next time, stay pawsome.